the halfway point after 4 of 8 races. Danny Lasowski 24 points out. Maybe some drivers able to make a move here tonight. Steve Kinder's going to have to come through the B main. Terry McCarroll's got himself in the A main, Brett.
Yep, good run for him. He looked really good last night too, and looks good again tonight.
Joey Saldana getting himself ready for tonight's feature event. His first win came in 2002 on the wall, a la Dave Blaney. Last year, a dramatic heat race pass set up his second win. Joey, of course, drives for Casey Kane. He's well-liked in the pits, and by far, he's having his best year ever.
In 2002, I had my own team. Trying to compete against guys like Steve Kinser full-time with the Outlaws cost a lot of money. Just having a family-owned team win a race like that on a very limited budget was huge for us, and especially for me in my driving career.
But it wasn't long before Joey didn't have to worry so much about the cost of things. Winning races like the Kings Royal got him a job with Casey Kane Racing. In his first year with the team, Joey turned around and won his second crown.
We had known Joey for a long time, myself and Willie, and we just always liked Joey. We got along with him. He definitely was a good driver, and at the time, I don't think he was really had a ride, or else he was looking for one or the other. So it was a good fit for us. I thought that he'd be a guy that could win races and not destroy all my cars.
Last year, to have our first year out here on the World of Outlaws, Casey Kane Racing, to win the second biggest race, that was huge for our team, and the momentum going into the Knoxville Nationals was huge, and definitely kept Casey interested in the sport. There's so much going on with Casey Kane Racing. He could be running off-road trucks next year, you never know, but to win a race like that, it keeps him pumped up and wanting to be a World of Outlaw car owner.
The Kings Royal was probably the biggest part of our season, and, you know, to win that first year out there full-time, win 7 races and finish 3rd in the points was really good. It seemed like, you know, whenever they raced, they were one of the better cars, no matter who was there, Knoxville Nationals, Kings Royal, it didn't really matter. So I thought that, you know, for our first year, it was exciting and good, and I was proud of those guys for what they did throughout the whole season.
And Saldana and the rest of the team have continued the momentum into 2007. Currently, he's locked in a battle with Donnie Schatz for the lead in the championship standings.
This year, the competition's unbelievable. And for us to be sitting where we're sitting racing with Donnie Schatz is huge for our team. It's huge for Mopar, Open Joyce, everybody involved with this team. I don't think they expected us to do what we've done in a short time. I didn't expect us to do this, but you know, we're doing a good job, and we have to continue doing what we're doing. And if we keep doing that, then we have a shot at beating Donnie at the end of the year. But, you know, only time will tell.
But tonight, the championship battle is secondary. Tonight, it's all about the Kings Royal.
Winning big races here is huge because hopefully they remember you later on when you're not racing these things anymore.
And there is Casey Kane. Brad, like Tony Stewart, he's given a lot back to the sport of sprint car racing.
He owns several race teams, and he likes to get back and watch his race teams as much as he can.
The other night, he went behind the wheel of the number 9 car. That is Casey Kane behind the wheel of the Open Choice machine, and qualified well, did not transfer through his heat race, but then came out and won the B main.
Yeah, this is up to the Brad Doty Classic on Wednesday night. He had a transfer spot until the last lap of the heat race, came back and really put on a dominant race here in the B main to pull off the win.
So it's good to see Casey Kane back out. Right now, he's trying to get his driver, Joey Saldana, the defending champion of the Kings Royal, ready for tonight's 40-lapper. That's coming up next from the Eldora Speedway. Kings Royal, there have been some highs and lows in this sport and in this race. 1988, Brad, career-ending injury, but in 1998, you came back and beat this place.
Got back in the restored Coors Light car, made some laps around this racetrack, got to pace the field, and yeah, maybe beat this racetrack. It was an emotional night for me, myself, my family there. We're all a little older now. That was 98, but it was an emotional moment, and I'm really so glad I got a chance to get back and make some laps here at Eldora.
Getting on it right there, getting that car a little sideways. I love it. It was a moment we'll all never forget. The Kings Royal is almost ready to run. Right now, the drivers and teams are lining out on the front straightaway, getting set for their salute to the race fans. What a great sight this is, Brad, to see them.
Boy, it really is. You know, I talked in qualifying, the guys had butterflies and had to hold their breath for two laps there. Butterflies are really turning right now anytime you line up at Eldora Speedway.
And you know you have to be brave. You know it's 40 long laps and fireworks going off on the back straightaway. And the man that's going to make it all official for us is the World of Outlaws announcer at every one of their races, Johnny Gibson.
Eldora Speedway, you one of the best. You got them four abreast, often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Quite a buzz, a lot of excitement in the air, Brad. The fans anticipating this one all year. If you live around the Ohio area, this is the one you've been waiting for right here. The biggest sprint car race of the year at this racetrack. $50,000 going to the winner. Can Donnie Schatz get it done? Brad, do you think he will?
The way he looks so far, it's definitely his race to lose. Anything can happen. It's a machine. They can have a mechanical breakdown. He could even make a mistake, but boy, right now it looks like it is his to lose.
Donnie Schatz and Jason Sowald will share the front row as we catch up with the grid. Kerry Madsen and Chad Kimenall, Brandon Wimmer and Craig Delansky there in row number 3. We'll drop back a little bit in the field, talk a little bit about Jack Hodenschild, who's a 3-time winner of the Kings Royal event, starting in the 13th position tonight. He puts it on the fence here, and that seems to be a good thing.
Well, the way the racetrack is, it's an equalizer. There is a chance for guys like him and maybe even Daniel Osowski to come from the back because the way the racetrack is really wide, they got their car rolling through the middle. We've seen Hodenschild come from the back before.
Let's get a quick thought from Sean Buckley here before we go green. Sean, what's happening in the pits?
Guys is cruising up and down pit road, checking out the right rears. Here are some of the drivers and what they are running. Donnie Schatz is running a 15 on the right rear. That is a medium compound. Osowski's got the 12. Kinzer's got a 15 on, and Paul McMahon's got a 15. So just talking with some of the crew chiefs, they wish they might have put a 25 on, guys, which is the hardest.
All right, so a little bit of a guessing game there. Some people thinking maybe they need a harder compound. I'm surprised to hear Lasowski go with a 12. He's just off the racetrack. And the green is in the air for the Kings Royal at Eldora. The super clean summer of money through 1 and 2, 3 wide down the back straightaway. And the crowd pleaser Craig Delansky takes the lead.
Craig Delansky started 6th in the 3rd row outside and takes the lead.
Nobody expected that. Delansky trying to rain on Donnie Schatz's parade. The crowd pleaser in front, the Caravan number 7 down the back chute with Schatz in tow. That might have even caught Donnie by surprise.
I think Schatz and Sowald racing each other through the middle of the racetrack in 1 and 2, and Delansky slid by on the top.
But hasn't been the greatest last month or so for the crowd pleaser Craig Delansky. He sits in 7th place in the World of Outlaws point standings, but you can make it all better if you win this one.
Boy, one race can turn your season around, and this is the race that can get that done. But Donnie Schatz cannot panic. He can't overdrive the race car. It's a long 40 laps race, so everybody is just going to pace themselves and not get too excited.
How often do you have to talk to yourself, Brad, in the cockpit and tell yourself, remind yourself, we're going 10 extra laps tonight. It's a 40-lapper. Let me just chill.
Pretty much constantly. When a guy surprises you like that, the same thing. First, your reaction is to just get up in the seat and drive the car harder. Sometimes that's the worst thing you can do. Schatz knows what he has to do, and you can see him rolling around the middle there, but the racetrack's a little dusty right now. I think it's going to blow off like we saw in the B-main. It's going to get blacker and more bite to these guys, and you can see Schatz already trying to work the bottom there.
Schatz with a big run into turn number 3. He's going to give him the Eldora slide, slides across the groove, and give Donnie Schatz the lead of the Kings Royal. Schatz just took away his line right there, Brad, and traffic is looming.
And Schatz moving down to the middle of the racetrack. Yeah, look, Delansky, they're banging the cushion. Same thing, though. He can't panic. You can see now Delansky moving around on the racetrack, trying to find a better line.
Schatz, Delansky, Sowald, Kerry Madsen running in 4th right now. Jason Myers racing in the 5th position, and now traffic for the first time for your leader, Donnie Schatz. Catching up to some experienced racers in Ed Lynch there. Down on the bottom, Kenny Jacobs in the number 29 car. A couple of the guys that lay right in front of the 15. And look at Donnie, how quickly he's pulled away from Craig Delansky. He already has a 1.8-second lead.
Boy, Dominic can run anywhere he wants to, but the thing about the lap traffic here at Eldora, you've got to try to time yourself to not get caught behind the lap car in the middle of the corner. That's the worst thing you can do if you have to get out of the throttle and lose your momentum.
There's a battle for second. Craig Delansky has dropped back. And now Jason Sowald reeling him in the R19 machine. Sowald up on the rim.
And look how close they're getting to the wall. If he does get a good bite, really closes in. Oh, I think he tried the slide job maybe a little too early, kind of stuck in the middle of the racetrack now.
Got himself hung out, and Kerry Madsen coming after Sowald. When that happens, that has to be a helpless feeling. Get yourself stuck in the middle of the racetrack. Now Sowald right back on the wall. Oh, too close for comfort there for Delansky as he tries to put a lap on Kenny Jacobs. Really had to check up.
Jacobs really slow getting in the corners. I don't know, just uncomfortable with that car, but you can see Delansky have to get out of the throttle. Now Sowald the inside of Jacobs.
Schatz out in front by 3.2 seconds. The best fight right now is for second between Delansky, Sowald, and Kerry Madsen. Running just inches from the wall. We talked about the aspect of bravery in this race at Eldora Speedway. Talk to us a little bit more, Brad, about how much you have to kind of, get it together out there and not be afraid.
Well, you just look how close they're running to the wall, and that's exactly right. You have to talk to yourself all the time, almost force yourself to drive it in on the cushion up there. Now remember, there's dust swirling around, there's cars all over the racetrack in front of you, and again, if you pick that spot wrong and get caught behind the lap car, you have to get out of the throttle. It can really mess you up.
Terry McCarl has moved up about 5 spots in the 24 car. He is up to 6. You saw Jason Myers there very quickly in the 14 car, running 5th behind Kerry Madsen right now.
But again, look at the racetrack, Bobby. Guys running, trying to, as we say, knock the wall down, running the cushion, but some guys very fast in the middle. You see Jason Myers trying to make the middle work.
As the race goes on, would you anticipate the middle getting faster?
Well, we worry about rubber down, but the racetrack, again, if the majority of the cars run one groove, that's when you tend to see rubber get laid down in that groove. It looks like there's multiple grooves, cars running all over the place.
Steve Kinzer and Danny Lasowski started back in the 10th row. Kinzer right now 17th. Lasowski's up to 14th as we just kind of monitor their progress. There's Terry McCarl, one of the few guys who is moving up, and there's the madman Kerry Madsen in the 11H car. Working in the 4th position right now. There's 4th, 5th, and 6th between Madsen, Myers, and McCarl.
The guys in the back, Bobby, the disadvantage for them is the green flag laps. They need cautions to bunch the field back up to gain positions on the restarts.
How much does fatigue become a factor now when you go a long stretch of green like this?
Well, that's a good point, Bob. Fatigue here at Eldora, the G-forces, the speeds are tremendous. The driver's necks can get sore, but the racetrack is smooth as glass right now. When they bang on that cushion, it can really fatigue the neck and the upper body, but the racetrack, again, it's in pretty good shape. It's not a lot of holes or where it's really rough and choppy, so the guys just have to focus on their breathing, too. Tell themselves to breathe, get some oxygen in their body, and focus on what they're doing.
At the halfway point, 20 of 40 in the book. Donnie Schatz is running away with the Kings Royal. He's up by more than 5 seconds right now over second place Craig Delansky. You are watching Jason Myers, who currently runs in the 5th position. There's a look at Donnie Schatz putting Darren Pittman a lap down, and Donnie Schatz, par for the course for this guy in 2007, even going back to last year, the World of Outlaws champion. He leads the points this year, trying to add the Kings Royal to his resume.
Well, you mentioned a minute ago, 5-second lead. I have to say it again, these sprint car drivers don't have any radio contact with their crew chief. There's no rear view mirror, so he doesn't know if there's somebody right on his back bumper or is he as far out as he is. He's just running hard, trying to get through the cars cleanly, but again, he doesn't know.
Tire. Somebody's tire let go. It was the left rear on Kerry Madsen. Saw that tire pop, and so there you go. Madsen, a heartbreaker, running in 5th in just his 2nd time he's qualified for the Kings Royal, and he's popped a left rear tire, Brad. Is that a worrisome sign for the rest of these boys?
Well, we have to wonder. We saw Brandon Martin flip earlier, but he actually cut it, and it wasn't where it was burned off. I don't know. Again, I never saw any tire smoke. We're going to get a look at it.
We will look again at Kerry Madsen in the 11H, racing hard right there with Jason Myers, and the left rear pops on him coming out of turn number 4. They were fighting for 4th at that point.
And I don't think that it was a tire wear issue because we never saw any smoke. I think something cut that tire.
So Kerry Madsen goes to the work area to get that left rear tire fixed. When we come back, we'll go back to green flag racing. Donnie Schatz is running away with the Kings Royal when we return. 22 of 40 laps in the books. There you see the top 5 right now, but Donnie Schatz has 6 lap cars between himself right now and second place Craig Delansky. Kerry Madsen back out onto the raceway, did not lose a lap, so he'll be somewhere around 14th or 15th here in the running order as we get set to go back to green. Look at all the lap cars, though, between Schatz and Craig Delansky. Right now, you can't even see Delansky in your picture. That's how far back he is.
The World of the Eldora format, putting the lap cars back in for the Kings Royal.
Yeah, the World of Outlaws this season have been putting the lap cars at the rear of the field, but not for the Kings Royal here tonight. It is Donnie Schatz running out in front. Yes, Steve Kinzer and Darren Pittman both down a lap, and there is second place Craig Delansky trying to hold back Jason Sowold in the R19, who runs in the 3rd position right now. Jason Myers in your screen running in the 4th spot in that number 14 car.
Did you notice Delansky was going to go the inside of the 20, had to turn the car to go back to the outside. He still hasn't passed him yet.
And that's what a big part of sprint car racing lap traffic can be. All the while Delansky's trying to find his way here through the lappers, Donnie Schatz is out in front just skating away.
And look behind Delansky. You see Sowald there, Myers, McCarl on the bottom.
And Terry McCarl maybe going to take away a spot from Jason Myers. That is a fight for fourth right now between McCarl down low in the big game tree stands number 24 and Jason Myers around the outside of the R19, I believe. And so Jason Myers coming forward now as the R19 slips back. It's Myers into third. You were on board momentarily with McCarl as Sowald now slipped back to fourth. McCarl runs fifth. Joey Saldana entering your picture now in the number 9 car, the defending champion of this race, running in the 6th spot. Back on board with Terry McCarl. You're in the seat, Brad.
Gives you a good look at the racetrack. You see the shine on it. A lot of wheel spin, but going down the straightaway there. Now he's running through the middle of the racetrack.
Terry McCarl hammer down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Get a look at just how much that car does move around and skate around on the racetrack.
There's McCarl running 5th, trying to hold back the advances of Joey Saldana in the number 9 machine. Jack Hodenshield maybe creeping into this one now. He's up to 7th in the 35 car. 11 laps to go for Donnie Schatz, trying to win the Kings Royal for the first time in his career. He's done everything there is to do, including going to Australia and kicking some tail over there.
Yes, he did. Boy, he came up on Matson, getting into the corner there really fast. Got out of the throttle, had to turn the car and drive up across the racetrack.
Huge gap as you look back for second place, Craig Delansky. Here he is. He and Jason Myers fighting it out. That's a battle for the runner-up spot. 7.5 seconds is the lead for Donnie Schatz as Myers takes over second.
You can see what happened. Delansky got loose, slid up across the track. Myers driving right through the middle of the track, was able to get by. Oh, they get together.
Oh, and bouncing off the wall is Craig Delansky after a little contact there between he and Jason Myers, and he's got a serious shake there on the right rear.
Yes, it definitely bent the right rear wheel of that car or the axle, and it's definitely shaking. That's going to slow that car down tremendously.
And so Terry McCarl goes by him. Jason Sowald's already gone by him. And backsliding now is Craig Delansky in the 7 machine.
Man, what a heartbreaker. Just that little bit of contact. You can see him bang the wall, and when that does, it just shakes the car. These guys are fighting for traction. When that right rear tire is shaking like that, that takes the traction completely away from both rear tires.
Such a great start for Craig Delansky, but it's all going out the window right now as now Joey Saldana passes him. That was for 6th, so Delansky back to 7th now in the 7 car. Oh, he's racing back with Saldana.
That is amazing. You can see the right rear shaking right there, but he does get back by.
6 laps to go. Jack Hodenshield entering that fight now, too, as Saldana and Hodenshield go after Craig Delansky. Delansky hanging right in there in the 7 machine. Now it looks like Saldana's safely by him, and here comes Hodenshield to the top of the racetrack, trying to get by Delansky, trying to cut it down on the back straightaway.
There you see, he started 13th. He's up to 7th, trying to get by Delansky, gain one more position.
That's why the fans love him. Time running out, though. Only 4 to go for Donnie Schatz. The wild child still trying to get around Craig Delansky. There's Jason Sowald in the R19 machine. He works in 3rd, and there's the leader of the race, Donnie Schatz. Wing move back.
Yes, he has. He's pulled the wing valve. These cockpit adjustable wings. Pull the valve, that slides the wing back, giving more downforce to the rear tires. He felt like the car was getting loose. He's pulled that wing back even more.
2 laps to go now for Donnie Schatz. Huge lead. You continue to look back. Still looking for second place. There he was, the 14 car of Jason Myers. Terry McCarl working in 3rd. Jason Sowald now running 4th, and the white flag is out for Donnie Schatz. Let's follow him around. His last time around the half mile here. He is a half lap away from $50,000. Talking to himself through turn 3. And off of turn number 4. Put it on the resume, Donnie Schatz. You have won the Kings Royal, pending clearing the scales. Second place. Waiting. Look at the advantage. Still waiting. There he is. 7.8 seconds later. Myers comes across the line. Then McCarl, Sowald, and Saldana through the top 5. The Kings Royal, it has been run, and Donnie Schatz pumping the fist.
That 7 seconds you saw, that's over half a lap lead he had. What a dominant performance.
No question about it. The family team from Fargo, North Dakota has done the job here at the Eldora Speedway. That will be one happy crew. We will hear from them and all the other key players in tonight's Kings Royal when we return. Don't go anywhere. Victory Lane shows Donnie Schatz jumping out of the number 15. One happy winner here tonight. He wins his first Kings Royal. Schatz, a little stage dive there into the pit crew.
Very excited, and he should be. He's got 50 grand in his pocket.
Schatz, Myers, McCarl, Stowell, Saldana, and the highlighted name is Paul McMahon, your KSE hard charger from 17th to 6th.
Kind of snuck up in there on us, didn't he? Boy, he was very fast and good run for Paul McMahon.
Taking a look at the second page, there's Daniel Lasoski from 20th up to 11th. He had a good run. Some local guys doing all right. Greg Wilson from 22nd to 16th. And then the heartbreaker is on page 3 of our graphic there. Kerry Madsen, the 11H car, finishes 23rd. At one point, he was running in the top 5. Well, Craig Delansky provided the fireworks early, taking the lead surprisingly from Donnie Schatz, but then Schatz ran him down.
Yeah, drove by on the outside to take the lead, but the car got loose on him, started getting some wheel spin. Schatz on the bottom, that car working so well, he could ride up through the middle, dives into 3, running through the middle, and takes the lead.
Later in the race, Delansky battling with Jason Solwald. A little bit of contact there, but then the heavy contact is right rear to the wall for Craig Delansky, and that was trouble for him. Let's go down and see how he feels about it with Sean Buckley.
Craig, you made a brilliant pass off of turn 2 to take the lead initially and kind of faded there. What happened?
We had a real good car early there. You know, first 10 laps it felt very good, but the 15 car obviously was locked down where a lot of people couldn't go, and you know, I was running the top there and felt pretty decent. But once we had that yellow, it seemed like my tires cooled off, and I couldn't get going again. I had some lap cars there. I was trying to circle on the top, and then I tried to move around the racetrack a little bit, and we just weren't sticking in the middle. When I got the wing back, it just started laying my car so hard left that I started losing my left rear drive. But you know what? It's leaps and bounds ahead of where we were last night, and no doubt we wanted to win here tonight. But again, you know, not happy where we ended up. We got tossing at the wall there, you know, running third there or something like that, and bent this thing up pretty good. So we just kind of held on there at the end and tried to finish it out.
It's good to see you up front again.
Thank you.
All right, Craig Delansky here, looking good. Runs up 7th.
Yes, he did look good. It's good to see the crowd pleaser doing some crowd pleasing. Donnie Schatz, well, one of the few times in your life when you don't mind having a goofy crown on your head like he has there. He wins the Kings Royal. Royal is in the books, but let's go back and look at some of the highlights. Brad, the start was exciting.
Watch the red car. Craig Delansky started in the 3rd row outside, makes it 3 wide as they come out of turn 2 right there. Squeezes by to take the lead down the back straightaway.
That was something else right there by Craig Delansky. He had the lead until Donnie Schatz chased him down on the bottom.
Well, Schatz was able to move around. That's kind of an advantage running in 2nd. He found the line, was able to retake the lead into 3 and 4.
Once Donnie Schatz was in front, he cruised and ended up winning by over 7 seconds. So congratulations to Donnie Schatz. He wears the crown. He earned the right to be interviewed in the Accelerate Victory Lane by none other than Tony Stewart, who comes into the picture to present the check. Everything coming together now for Schatz.
It really is. This last year was his 10th year with the World of Outlaws. He won the championship. He's leading the points this year. He's winning all the big races, making a name for himself. You know, Lynn Paxton once said it took him 5 years to go fast and another 5 to figure out why. Schatz is figuring it out.
No question about that. Donnie Schatz is on top of the sprint car world right now. The defending Outlaws champion, the points leader, and the winner of the Kings Royal. He's with Sean Buckley.
A dominating performance for Donnie Schatz. Congratulations here tonight. You put yourself with the Wolfgangs, the Bobby Davis Jr.'s, all the legends, Swindell, Kinzer. Great job here tonight.
Oh, it's an honor to have your name next to those guys. There's a lot of great racers out there. You know, just glad to be able to get here to Victory Lane, to Kings Royal of all places.
What a dream night. What a dream season. Win number 10 for you. Talk about the paths for the lead.
Well, you know, we're kind of guessing there at the start. We kind of thought it might take rubber, but it didn't last night, so we just kind of guessed that it wouldn't, and you know, we kind of stayed safe on tires and kept the car fairly tight. But you know, Craig set out an early pace, and you know, I knew he was going to be good on the top. He doesn't make many mistakes up there, so I had to try to move around. And it's probably better that that happened because you know, when you're running second, you're in the catbird seat, and you can find out where the racetrack's good, and we did. You know, we could run the middle, the bottom, the top. Could kind of go all over, and you know, once we got by, I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I thought maybe somebody would be pushing us there at the end. I got real loose, but just glad to get to the end of that race, and my whole team worked their tail off. We done a 180-degree change on this race car before the feature. You know, we had some help, and I was told, you know, go back to what you know instead of doing things that you don't know, and we went back to what we know, and here we are.
Well, we mentioned before, you've won all the big outlaw races except this one, the Gold Cup, the National Open at Williams Grove, the Knoxville Nationals. Here it is, the Kings Royal. Congratulations, bud.
Thanks a lot, man. This is awesome.
All right, Donnie Schatz here winning $50,000 at the Big E.
Congratulations to Donnie and his family. Let's check the Super Clean Summer of Money points now. After 5 of 8 races, and Schatz leapfrogs Lasowski and gets into the 2nd position. Right?
Well, that's from winning this race, and this is all based on how they perform on the TV races. And you see some guys, a lot of good cars and teams in this field right here.
Jason Sowald had another good run tonight. He sits in 9th place in the Summer of Money point standings. Again, I hate to repeat ourselves, but I think he's going to knock the door down here sometime soon.
He's getting close, and definitely that team's been together a while now, and they just need some luck on their side.
Well, next week, the Super Clean Summer of Money heads to Sarver, Pennsylvania, where Lernerville Speedway sits for the Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup. Noon Eastern start time for that one, 9 o'clock out on the West Coast. For Sean Buckley in the pits, for my partner Bad Brad Doty in the booth, and for our entire Super Clean Summer of Money staff, we hope that you enjoyed the show. For more on the World of Outlaws, visit worldofoutlaws.com. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Congratulations to Donnie Schatz, the winner of the 24th Kings Royal from Eldora Speedway.